Hi, and thanks for tuning in to the TV Box Stop channel. I have with me today a TV box that has been released for some months now. I did a review on the first version of this box, and I'm doing a second review because I heard that the latest model is better than the previous one. I heard that it's got really good Wi-Fi reception, the hardware performance is great, and it comes with a cool new kind of remote. This box is the Mecool M8S Pro L Amlogic S912 octa-core Android 4K TV box. Coming up next, I have a full review, along with some live demonstrations, so stay tuned, you have more after this. And now a word from our sponsors. Father's Day is around the bend, and what better way to show him your appreciation than with a TV box or mini PC from GearBest. GearBest is currently offering a sale on a very techy device. This is the CHUWI GBox mini PC, and it's a 4GB DDR4, 64GB internal storage on a powerful 2.4 GHz Intel Gemini Lake CPU. This mini PC is the most powerful mini PC to date, and it even comes with a free Air Mouse remote control. During the 4th to the 11th of June 2018, get a discount of 8% off this amazing device. Get him the CHUWI GBox mini PC and make him smile for Father's Day. See the link in the description area to take advantage of this great offer. And now back to the review. Welcome back. To begin my review, I'll first take a look at the box the M8S Pro L comes packaged in. It's a simple plain box with a little bit of information here at the bottom. If you look closer here, you can see that it comes with an octa-core CPU. It has 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. It can play 4K videos at 60 frames per second with HDR display and HEVC-H.265 support. And that's all the information there is. So I'll do a quick unboxing and move on to the next segment. So what we have in the box here is the Mecool M8S Pro L TV box itself. And as expected, the rumors are true, it comes with this new RF voice control remote. This remote is a bit different from your regular infrared remote, and I'll get into that later on in the review. You have your standard HDMI cable, your 5 volts 2 amps universal DC power adapter, and a quick setup user's manual, along with a special guide for the voice remote. So that's all there is in the box, and let's take a look at its ports. The housing is made of plastic, with the Mecool M8S Pro L logo clearly displayed at the top. To the back, you have one HDMI port, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, you get one audio-video port, and a DC power input. To the side, you have two USB 2.0 ports and a micro SD card slot. On the other side, you have some ventilation holes. To the front, you have an LED power light. And to the bottom, you have more ventilation holes. So I'll now connect the box to my TV, and move on to the next segment. So I'm back and I've connected the box, and upon starting for the first time, you'll get a Mecool logo startup animation that takes a few seconds. Then you're taken to the launcher where you'll be asked to connect the wireless remote. The launcher on this box looks different than other boxes because this box runs on Android TV operating system and not the regular full version of Android. The layout is now similar to that found on the NVIDIA Shield with horizontal sliding panels and a voice search feature at the top. The launcher does not come with a navigation bar or status bar for easy mouse navigation, and the included Bluetooth remote doesn't have an Air Mouse function. The remote for this box is quite unique, and it's the first time I have come across a hybrid remote. This remote is a combination between an infrared remote and a Bluetooth remote. The remote has the ability to connect to the box via Bluetooth, which grants omnidirectional control and voice search features. And if the remote is not paired via Bluetooth, it acts as a regular point-and-click infrared remote without voice control. So I have connected the remote via Bluetooth, and I'll do a simple search for a common phrase. Search for TV box stop. Search for TV box stop. And it works. The second time at least. There are lots of other commands that you can perform with this remote. Commands like open apps, search for videos on YouTube, and even control the volume. So there's lots of fun you can have with this remote. In the apps section, I see that they have included some apps like DRM Information, Miracast, the Aptoid TV App Store, Netflix, Kodi TV Center, YouTube and YouTube Kids. So I'll install a couple apps of my own, and move on to the next segment. So I've installed all the apps needed to complete my review, and I'll first check to see if the box is rooted. It shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat. I'll test how well the root is later on in the review with my key mapping app. Let's take a look at the DRM information. And it shows that the Mecool M8S Pro L has support for Google Wideband Level 1 with HDCP encryption. It has CENC ClearKey and Microsoft PlayReady support. This means that Netflix can show in 4K quality on this box. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is VS, and the model is the M8S Pro L. It comes with 3 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage. Below here it shows the available RAM and internal storage after the Android installation and apps installed on the box. The CPU is the 64-bit Amlogic S912 octa-core CPU, running up to 1.5 GHz. The box has support for only 32-bit APKs, which allows the box to run only 32-bit applications. The GPU is the ARM Mali T820 Tri-Core graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz. Under Network, it shows that the box has dual-band 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi support, and you can also see the signal strength link speed and the frequency. The operating system is Android 7.1.2 Nougat, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box runs between 50 to 60 degrees Celsius under normal room temperature, and this can rise up to 75 degrees under heavy activity. If you apply a passive cooling fan, it ranges between 45 and 55 degrees. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos like H.264, HEVC, and VP9 decoding, and a couple of others all needed for the playback of HD media. And that's it for system and hardware information, and I'll now move on to the benchmarks. First I have the results from my system RAM, internal storage, and SD card read and write speeds. It shows that the Mecool M8S Pro L has a RAM copy speed of 2715 MB per second. The internal storage or ROM has a read speed of 119 MB per second and a write speed of 73. And the SD card reader has a read speed of 31 MB per second and a write speed of 7. These scores are not super high, but good for a TV box in this class. I now show the results of the Wi-Fi and Ethernet speed test. The results show that on the 5.8 GHz band, the M8S Pro L hit the maximum speed of my internet package of 40 MB. However, the 2.4 GHz band and the Ethernet LAN port could not hit the maximum speed, ranging around 12 to 30 MB download speed. The low speeds are a result of the Ethernet LAN port having a maximum speed of 100 megabits per second, and I'm not sure what's causing the low results on the 2.4 GHz band. As we are on the topic of wireless connectivity, it is also worth mentioning that this box has Bluetooth 4.1 support. Next I have the results of the AnTuTu benchmark, probably the most popular benchmark for a detailed assessment of your device's hardware performance. The results show that the M8S Pro L got an AnTuTu score of 37,961. This score is average for this box, but also it's acceptable for a box in this class. Now I show the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark, a test that performs an in-depth analysis of your device's CPU speed. After all tests were complete, the Mecool M8S Pro L got a score of 567 single-core and 2,337 multi-core. This score is also good for a box in this class. And for the final result, I have the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark. This test is part of a series of GPU tests designed for various levels of Android hardware. When the test was complete, it showed that the M8S Pro L got an Ice Storm Extreme score of 3,695. This score is a good score for this box. That's it for the benchmarks. I'll now test Netflix to see if it shows in HD quality. As you can see here, Netflix shows in HD quality on this box, which makes the Mecool M8S Pro L one of the few boxes on the market that can show Netflix in 4K and HD quality. I'll now run a 4K YouTube video sample on this box. The box plays YouTube videos in 4K quality, as it is shown here in the stats for nerds information. I'll now run a couple of 4K video samples to test the box's 4K playback capabilities. These videos were played off of a USB 3.0 flash drive over a USB 2.0 port, which resulted in most of the 4K samples playing well, with the exception of the Cambodia MKV sample which stuttered a bit. This usually doesn't happen over a USB 3.0 port which has much faster data read speeds. For my final demonstration, I'm running a couple games to test the box's 3D graphics capabilities. First I'll play GT Racing 2. This is a gamepad compatible game by default. Next I'll play Mortal Kombat X mobile version. And I'm using a keymapping app to play this one. And lastly, this is FIFA 16 Ultimate Tournament that also uses gamepads by default. The games ran smoothly, and I was able to run my keymapping application without issues. So in summary, I would have to admit that I am a bit surprised at the experience I had with this box. First of all, the box has some good basic hardware, and the benchmark scores are good. The performance of the box is good without overheating, compared to some other boxes in its class. What surprised me even further is the functions of the box. It's the first hybrid Bluetooth voice remote I've seen for a TV box. The box is rooted, it has DRM support for Netflix to show in HD quality. It plays YouTube in 4K quality. It plays 4K videos really well. It can run all your favorite movie streaming APKs. And it plays Android game quite well, even my keymapping app works like a charm. On the flip side, the only issue I had with this box is the speeds on the 2.4 GHz band and on the Ethernet LAN port could not hit the maximum speed of my internet package. And another slight issue was that most of your special apps cannot be installed via the Android TV version of the Google Play Store. However, they can be installed using the Aptoide App Store, which you also have to sideload. Another way to install your special apps is to sideload them using an APK file on a flash drive and install them using the app installer on the box. So to end this review, I'm going out by saying that the Mecool M8S Pro L is one of the best TV boxes for 2018 that I've reviewed. It's not a high-end box, but an affordable mid-range box, and it's got features and functions that leaves all those high-end boxes in the dust. If you are interested in the games I played during this review, or you are interested in the passive cooling fan used to cool TV boxes and wireless routers, links can be found in the description area below this video. Also, the Mecool M8S Pro L is currently being sold at a discounted price for the Father's Day promotion, so be sure to check that out. Links for that can also be found in the description area. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you like this TV box, share it with your social media friends, and subscribe to this channel for more TV box stop videos.